So today let's talk about your resume. Most people will hire resume writers. They'll copy some splashy formats that you see online and these types of things. I've tried all of that. Doesn't really work. And the problem is, not that there aren't people that can write lovely resumes, or not that, sorry, dog growling at me. We're out walking in the neighborhood. So the problem with the fancy version is those are usually designed for a person to look at. And most of the applications or the job applications that you fill out are going to be electronic. They're also going to be fed through a system called an applicant tracking system, or an ATS. Those systems are designed to do one thing and one thing only, basically filter people out. Average job gets about 300 applications for it on average. So every single job that's posted, you can imagine anywhere from 200 to 300 people have filled out that application and sent it in. So what happens is these systems have gotten really efficient at weeding people out. Out of those 200 or 300 people that applied, they might only need, let's say, 3 or 5 candidates. And they want the best 3 or 5 candidates they can get, obviously. So they're gonna weed out a lot of people. You don't wanna be one of the ones that gets weeded out, right? So your resume has to be optimized to basically filter through that system. And all of that work is done by a bot. That is not done by a human. So a human won't even look or see anything about you unless you pass this test. And the problem is, just like most of the search algorithms and all the other things that are trade secrets, you don't get to know what goes into that. However, there's 2 things you can do. You could judge the output, which is where we use our real life data, and you can also use simulators. So there are people that have built systems that are either very similar or in some cases the exact type of algorithm that the ATSs are using. So we use both those pieces of information to craft a resume for you that will actually get you past the bots. That is by far and away the most important thing in the modern job search. You need the same kind of tech and software that the companies are using. They're not doing this by hand. They expect you to, but they use a system, they cheat. So you know what? We're building a system for you because we should have the same advantage. We should be able to not have to be screened out by a system and be taken as an actual candidate, especially for jobs that we're qualified for. So, first step, get the resume fired up. The way we're gonna do that is use a very specific format. Somewhere in here I'll have a link that will show you what the best format is, the best template to start off with, and then from there we customize and tune it based on lots of different individualities. Actual applications filled, as well as sort of the best practices and technology that we can deploy against it. That's all for now.